SABC Reporter Ayanda Mhlongo. Ayanda, a very good morning to you. Now, yesterday we've seen some very shocking visuals, but please give us a quick recap of what happened yesterday.
Very good morning to you, Alicia. Shocking visuals indeed, just to show how brutal these attacks are now on our foreign nationals. I mean, two Ethiopians are burnt alive when a petrol bomb is thrown into their shop. And of course, sadly, one of the men dying in hospital yesterday. We understand that the other one, I just checked this morning as well. He is still in a serious but stable condition at a Durban hospital. The situation still remains extremely tense, but not the attacks last night seeming to calm down. There weren't as many reports of attacks, but mostly what we observed and saw in the townships is that many foreign nationals were leaving last night. We got from some community members that during the day they were hiding out, also with the assistance of some locals, but locals too, Alicia, are also now being threatened, many accused of harboring foreign nationals. As we know in the stories that we reported on yesterday, in fact, there's a local woman in K section Umlazi whose house was torched, set alight because her attackers accused her of harboring foreign nationals. She too has fled. In fact, we checked up. I also called her this morning, and she says that the police advised her to stay away from her home. She tried to return yesterday, and attackers apparently started gathering out of her house, and again she had to be rescued by police and taken to a place of safety. So this is what we're picking up from locals. The South Africans were saying they wanted to help foreign nationals, but unfortunately their lives are also now in danger. And so therefore last night we saw on the streets in Umlazi, also in areas just north of Durban, as we had said, that the attacks were spreading to those areas. Foreign nationals were packing up and leaving to places of safety, most in the camps and the police stations as well.
Ayanda, let's talk about that more. We know that some of the foreign nationals had actually fled to the safety camp. How is the situation like there? Are they still attacking that camp?
No, fortunately the camps are being guarded, have security, private security, and some are being manned by the police, both SABC and Durban Metro Police. So they are safe there. However, the conditions at the camp, Alicia, we're now talking about over 2,000 foreign nationals, particularly at the Chatsworth camp. It only has two marquees or tents that have been set up, which is not enough. Most of them are actually sleeping outside in the open. The ablution facilities as well, there's only about 2 or 3 toilets that we saw, and just to say 3 toilets for over 2,000 people, that is I mean, it cannot function. Also, places to bath, they are now having to bath outside, on the outside, just on the perimeter of the sports ground where the marquees have been set up. So the conditions there are really not conducive. Small kids as well, babies, some women are pregnant, there are no mattresses, they're having to sleep on the grass. Others, because they fled with absolutely nothing, they have no blankets, they just fled with the clothes that were on their backs. They've got nothing on them, and so they are sleeping with absolutely nothing. I know that NGOs have been, ever since these attacks started, the Gift of the Givers, the South African Red Cross, they have been assisting the foreign nationals. But yesterday we were speaking to the Red Cross, and they were appealing now to South Africans to please come in and donations, be it clothes, be it blankets, be it food, because looking at the numbers, as the more foreigners are fleeing to these camps, the numbers are growing and the food supplies are quickly running out. So the situation is really dire at the camps as well. But we do know that the municipal officials and government have said that they are looking at ways of possibly increasing the marquees, adding more marquees rather, and more ablution facilities. But I mean, Alicia, to think sleeping outside in the open, it cannot be right for anyone. So the situation there, or the conditions there, are really not conducive at all.
Ayanda, this violence keeps going on every day, but where are the police to curb these circumstances?
The police are on ground, Alicia, I must say, but as the provincial police have been saying that they too had their hands full. As the attacks spread and the way in which these attackers orchestrate these attacks, it's very, very quick. Now, to think that Umlazi is our biggest township, it is massive. And even though police have been sent to the areas like J section, like K section, which were the hotspots, the attacks are happening in other areas which police had not deployed yet. So they were thin on the ground, and we're hoping, of course, that with the 100 additional police that have come from other provinces, they are going to be spread out in the hotspots. But of course, with these attacks now spreading to KwaMashu, to Umlazi, these 100 also have to be divided to those areas, which makes it very difficult for police officers because of the way in which these attackers are moving from one point to the next. These flash mobs just moving, and within minutes they've looted, and the shops are completely empty and vandalized. So it is very difficult, but I can say that the police are trying their best to try and prevent these attacks. But it is a very, very difficult situation for them, and as I said, these attacks are well orchestrated. This is what we have been picking up now.
Ayanda, we hear that some foreigners were also fleeing during the night, and some are apparently going back to their home countries. Can you confirm that for us?
Yes, absolutely. Many yesterday, for example, in the Greenwood Park areas and Avoca, those that had fled there, we spoke to some of them to say that they had some money and they had decided now to leave. Most of them from Mozambique and Zimbabwe. We can now confirm that yes, they have decided that it's no longer safe for them in South Africa, and they then boarded taxis and buses and have fled back to their home countries.
Thank you so much for that. That's SABC reporter. We'll definitely keep in touch with her. She's keeping her eyes on what's going on the scene there. Ayanda Mhlongo, live to us from Durban.